Natsumi is gonna prove us wrong and have a great game here regardless of the heroes.
You want to put a percentage on this draft? I'm saying like 70-30, maybe like even 75-25.
I'm probably a little bit more conservative in like 65, yeah, something like that. But I think it's
generous.
I think because of the Storm Spirit still, I think Storm can still pop off in this game, even with some of the stuff that's going on. But yeah, I would say it's definitely an outdraft in my eyes. The way I see it, definitely think Execration got the better end of the deal here.
And I think another big thing, like you said, the Storm Spirit, what is he going to be able to do? But really, this also, we haven't seen this lane combo in a while, but Io and Mars is a very strong laner. We were potentially concerned on what the Terrorblade Treant could do and maybe you punish the Mars early on. But we go back to TI10. We saw what Team Spirit were able to do with his Mars and Io. This is a combo that can win lanes. So would hate to be able to give up first blood like this, though. And it looks like they definitely will do that as WS will go down. Bob finds it's already a much better start here for the puck.
Oh, that is so cathartic for Bob after having a despair game in game one, already off to a first blood towards the mid. Gonna be very happy getting his bottle immediately. Wouldn't mind seeing him send out the magic stick instead, something a lot of players will do when you get first blood against spammy heroes like Storm. The bottle, yeah, he got it out now, buying it minute 0, but just buying a magic stick instead, you're still gonna have the 2-minute bottle, and you get to build stick charges early against Storm. But yeah, we'll see how mid lane is gonna go after this. A little bit tough now for Yopaj.
So if Yopaj is somehow able to win this lane and also win the game for Boom, he might be unstoppable, honestly, in this qualifiers.
Yeah.
This is a true heat check for Yopaj this game.
And we'll see how well he handles, because this is, definitely a struggle. I think Puck is pretty favored in the Storm matchup, even on the mid lane. Definitely great against him later on. But even laning stage, Storm has to go close, can take a lot of harassment from the Puck.
Jesus, X&Over. Just going to give up another kill down bottom. I mean, this can be also a little bit scary. Early Gush with the flame break as well. There is going to be... The Silencer's positioning has to be really on point in this bottom lane.
Yeah, he can't really get too close. Gush and Flame Break pushing you back and then slowing you, taking your armor away. The auto attacks a little bit too much to deal with there. So we see top now. Abeng doesn't have too many trees nearby, as the Quelling Blade using here has cut down a lot of his trees. Yopaj going pretty low on mid, but he does get his bottle delivered, so he's going to be fine still. On top, the pull was stopped by Baboka there. He stopped the Abeng pull on the big camp, but he's got to go back and stack up the small camp instead for himself, as it's not blocked.
Just took a look back before as well. Boom haven't really ran the... Well, they haven't ran the Io so far in the qualifiers, and really haven't seen this hero a whole lot too as well. We were seeing it a little bit at Riyadh, really. I mean, well, not a little bit, honestly. Io Lesh was a very key strategy that a lot of people were having success with, but... What do you feel? Where do you feel like the Io currently is in the meta of Dota? Because ever since 7.34, I'm barely seeing this hero.
I think he's definitely fallen off in terms of favor. I also think people during Riyadh kind of figured out how to deal with the Leshrac to a certain degree anyway. So the Io Lesh combo was met with a lot of Io Skadi Terrorblade builds that would just counter the healing. So I don't know. Io feels to me like still a strong hero if you have a player who really excels on it, but he's not really a must-have hero or a hero that gets banned very frequently even anymore. But of course, he still has combinations, and we see one in this game. I mean, he's laning with a Mars. Oh, dive. Bob going in.
Be able to get the kill though. Does pop a Selvin glyph. Uh-oh, Yopaj. Mass TP's out from the supports. Nice side sip of the orb. Bob's still going to be able to get the jaunt away, but dude, these are 2 support TPs out to the mid lane, and even though he doesn't get the kill, the voice lines will still fly out.
I mean, that's almost as good as a kill, I would say. Double TP from the support, and you didn't die on the puck. This is definitely upsetting here for the Boom lineup. They're going to have to run back to the side lanes. This gives them time to, eke out an advantage on the sides for Execration. And 4-minute runes, we're gonna see control towards it as well as the Batrider wants to stack up his jungle as well, same as we saw from Baboka. All the supports are here for the 4-minute runes already. He tried to body block it. Abing was a little bit late with the play he wanted to do there. He wanted to body block the water rune so that it couldn't be denied and the auto attack would go on him instead. But he didn't step in time and I already got the right click on it. So gets the deny.
Oh. Let's see off the back of the lanes and how much priority we're going to get on some stacks as well. I think that is the important thing, that the Batrider is able to help provide Tino. The Bat himself, you mentioned last game, Baboka was able to get a lot of stacks to further his net worth, which was a big reason of why he was so dominant top lane. Bang. I guess it's the kind of one issue with the Mars cutting down all the trees. Not going to be easy for you to be able to land the spear.
Yeah, it's, a little bit double-edged, I suppose, in that sense, but at least they're getting nice farm here. Paolo's getting bullied a little bit. Has the meta available soon? It's actually 45 seconds, as he used it before.
What is the build actually this game for WS? Because we are both under the assumption that this is an Execration favored draft. Does he need to go something different in regards to his item build, especially with the Ira? Can he be a little bit more of a scaling core with some right-click damage?
I was thinking about that too. We've seen the Deso build on Mars before with the BKB Deso. I just don't think it's super good this game. Normally you want that when you can do any form of damage to enemy carry, but you're against the Terrorblade. He really doesn't care. And there's even Treant for the living armor. Tide might not take damage, bonk damage either. I would like to see him just go for a playmaker type build here and play active, get the shard early, get blink BKB, and later on go for the refresher hex play. I think that would be a very, very strong play to get more lockdown against the TB so he doesn't sunder as well. Yeah,
and for the puck as well, right? Like, hex is going to be absolutely key.
Oh, the double damage tree.
Bob?
He's coming.
Damn.
Boom.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, that is a big right click from our Bang. Kill once again. And Execration, 1,000 net worth lead at the moment. They know the Tide is freely able to solo this bottom lane. Meteor Hammer now completed. So this tower is going to go down unless you start to rotate some heroes. Maybe with the level 6 on WS shortly, or maybe Yopaj needs to consider about moving to bottom.
Yeah, this is also what I was concerned about with the PL pick. You're not threatening the Tide at all. He can just do whatever he wants down here. Even 1v2, he can be fine. And that allows Shanks to make more rotations for the runes or stack up Ancients more and then clear them for himself or leave it for Tide, whichever. I'm honestly favoring giving the Batrider the priority in farm. As we saw last game, it was very successful for Baboka.
Yes, I agree. What next item could Tino get that could really change the early game? Like, is a faster pipe or mech or whatever really going to be that beneficial compared to something like a blink dagger for Shanks? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's fine just, building farm in laning stage, and he wants to stay down there anyway to use his Meteor Hammer and keep pushing, to keep invading space. So it's more about the back movement of going back to take Ancients. Feels like you're taking the back seat, saying, okay, I'm not gonna pressure you. So that's why I probably prefer the Batrider to take the farm. And Tide, he's gonna get his items anyway. He'll get his stuff going.
I do really like this item choice from Yopaj as well, who we're going to start to see swing over the top. Got a glimpse of our Bang. And I think they did also see Yopaj and Baboka moving here, so let's see if they want to react with Bob or not. Coil is at the ready.
A lot of last hits actually going to Abing. He got all of them. The Treant Nature's Grasp. He got like 5 last hits there with the Nature's Grasp.
Power End's going to be quite nice first Bob. They can definitely look to get the kill as the Bang steps far too forward.
Gonna get taken down there, and the Power Rune, nice little advantage for the Storm. He's gonna go back for more, going back for seconds here, farming up the Mud Golem family.
I really like this item build out of Yopaj. We saw the Orchid was kind of something that I believe it was mainly Kiyotaka kind of brought to the forefront, and then a lot of the Storm started to go down that route. We said he needs to pop off this game, and Orchid, if you get it at a pretty decent timing over the puck, there is a lot of kill potential.
Yeah, Orchid is the type of item where you get a timing window window and you want to make stuff happen. So getting a second item or something, like I don't even count Falcon Blade as an item. This is like a minor laning item. So I consider it his first item still, the Orchid, and going for first item Orchid is really, really powerful here. The puck, he won't have any response to it, and I think he's going to be a little bit careful here though. Console coming out.
They might need the arena defensively. It's a pretty good placement out of the Mars. WS, we see the ward's been able to protect them against Palace's right clicks, and now they're going to be able to tether WS as well to escape over towards the right side.
It's so fast.
They're going to be lacking damage and controllers. Now they'll run into X-Nova. Starting to get a little bit messy for Execration, as no one's actually going to get a kill in the end.
I mean, this is the downside to picking the Terrorblade as well, when, you know, you have this range damage block from the Mars already. They pick TB into it, and now you suffer for it. The coil into meta combo just didn't do anything.
Dude, Tide is huge, man. What is his net worth?
Yeah, he is really high up there. Everybody else trailing behind by 1,000 to this Tide, who's going to clear up the Ancients for himself as well. He's going to stack them. So he did run back and leave a bit of space here for the PL and taking the Ancients himself. Bottom power rune. Going to be an invis for the Silencer, who could go in and see what Tide's up to, but it's going to be too late to do any real damage to it.
The Experience Soak would be nice at least. Might get him close towards that level 6.
Yeah, just sitting around. He's chilling, taking a bit of damage for walking on the tower. Actually,
that is crazy. That is...
Did he ravage that?
Oh, no way.
I think you can ravage that, actually. This early on in the game, you can punish it. You don't need to keep your ulti. And the insolence of stealing your Ancients like that.
You're wanting a really valuable pick-off now with the Global Sun. It's going to be a long zip in from Yopaj. Catches up to Abeng. Palace just going to have to stand on the outskirts. Still drop the arena. They used a decent chunk of their mana for the Tree Protector, though, so arena's not going to help them get the kill into Palos.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Tidehunter is sieging down your mid tower as well. So TPing out, Storm going towards mid, but he doesn't have any mana to really scare the Tide here.
What do we... Oh, Coil top lane.
Wisp.
I'm going to be able to get the break. Bob's going to try and target down the eye. We saw Prior. They went for the Mars instead, so addressing the medic going to be rewarded. Now this is a catapult wave as well, so not only are they pressuring mid, they're also doing a lot of damage onto the top tier 1 tower.
I love the activity coming out here from Execration. They're also farming bottom at the same time on Batrider, so they're all over the place right now.
You know, Batrider will have to TP out off the Diffuser Blade reveal from Natsumi. But yeah, mid, there's nothing a Storm's going to be able to do to stop Tino. Like, yeah.
That tower goes down.
It's going to be huge.
This is what we always see from Tidehunter offlane nowadays. Just Meteor Hammer, take the bottom tower, maybe clear some Ancients like he did in this game, and then towards mid and take that tower as well. And it's so hard to counterplay. Like, most mid heroes don't really stop a Tidehunter. He shows up with 1600 HP, even has the cloak ready.
Nice silence. Ravage at the ready if Tino can step in.
Coil on cooldown, so they're just gonna wait. They do get the bottom rune though, the regen rune. Storm would have loved to get his hands on that, but he's got a wisp already. It's basically a regen rune in a hero form.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go for Smokers 3 on Boom. So again, haven't seen that global silence just yet. And they got the arena ready to go as well. Palace has got a pretty good read him. He has got a lot of stats as well. We'll see if there might be a potential lack of damage for Boom onto this Terrorblade.
He's also got 20 magic stick, and I think he's holding skill points as well. So he's got the ulti available.
This is really deep, dude. It has to be a perfect jump. Right next to the T2 tower, any TP is going to come out to protect him. They're not even going to consider it to continue going forward. Maybe just trying to force out some reactions, but no one TP's in. So Execration are still getting all the map they would want across the map. Sorry, all the farm they would want.
Yeah, they did get the top tower though, using this PL. PL now going to move towards mid after that. Keep farming up, but yeah, this game starting out, you know, pretty low in kill score, but it's pretty active movement still. And Execration just getting a bit better trade. Xnova has to be careful. One step forward here and you could get jumped.
They might be able to set a trap. They're going to see Yopaj and Baboka starting to come through the portal. How can they set up them up? Maybe they want to bait Tidehunter. He'll run into them first. Ravage will fly. Bob's going to be able to close the distance. A pretty good timing out of the global silence, so we'll stop the coil. So Yopaj able to get that zip on away, but not enough time for the tether nonetheless. So Baboka will still go down, and finally we see some big ultimates used.
Yeah, some big clicks there. They thought that they could combo it, but I think they honestly just forgot about the global silence for a second. They were like, oh, if all three of us use ulti, we can bring him down even though Wisp is healing, or, you know, we can stop the Wisp from reloading out. But yeah, the global silence just says no. He's going to be fine.
Now we have some time. I do want to speak a little bit about Natsumi's item build. He had the Scepter queued up for a while, and actually changed his mind to go back into the Diffusal Blade. What do we actually, your bottom lane, Yopaj? Oh, nice timing out of the lasso. Is Baboka going to be enough to keep him alive? Looks like it will with the tether. Even Palos is starting to swing down to bottom, but also we'll be able to relocate out in a second. So, all right, back to the PO. Yeah, what do we make of this Diffusal first when he had Scepter queued up for a while?
I think Diffu first is really good. I see some people go for the Aghanims first, and it just doesn't impress me. People forget, Diffu still speeds up your farm by quite a bit. Like, every creep pretty much has mana nowadays. There used to be a time when a lot of jungle creeps didn't have mana, but, you know, now there's only a few, really. So, even, like, the Alpha Wolf stack has mana on the Minor Wolves, so the mana burn from Diffusal still speeds up farm, and it's better for contesting fighting. Of course, that being the big part.
Well, let's see how importantly active Natsumi is going to get if he wants to show up to some of these early fights where he can actually be at, you know, potentially on a farming rotation over, or if he needs to TP. This is a very difficult kill on Tatino with Pipe. Palos is ready to go with meta. You've also got some other boys starting to funnel over. They might be able to kill with an early use of the overgrowth. Shanks is going to try and step in, but the lasso is still on cooldown. It's going to be up to Bob to hold them into place, and it's a goddamn good coil, man. Bob gets two heroes, and they're going to be able to bury them firmly into the grave. Execration now, with the help of the Metamorphosis and the Catapult Wave, this should be a tier 2 tower to add to the tally.
The difference is they don't have their entire team, and it was too deep into Execration's territory there. They get a pick-off on tree, but at what cost? The peel wasn't nearby, and the TB was behind you as you go in like this. That was just a pretty suicidal go onto the treant. And we see a Tidehunter, by the way, queue up the shard now. I love this. A lot of people would not buy shard in this situation Tino is at, but having the pipe, having the meteor hammer, I think shard is all he needs. More lockdown. Even PL won't be able to use W if he does it. Of course, PL can kill the little, what is it? The ball and chain or whatever, anchor?
Yeah, Head in the water is at least the ability name.
Yeah, he can, heavy anchor. He can kill the heavy anchor pretty fast, the 5 attacks required. But even so, anything to stop him from getting double walk off just for a little bit is crucial.
This Orchid for Yopaj, it has to go crazy, this reveal. If you're unable to get kills, and look at Tino, dude, pinging out that the storm's missing. So they are well aware this Orchid timing is coming up shortly.
Yeah, it has to be a big pick-off, like you said, and he's looking towards top, but didn't immediately jump the Puck, as Puck had that shield rune. Probably calculated it would be a little bit sketch if he could kill him before the backup arrives.
Oh, we got time. Go back to the Tidehunter build. There was at least one Eastern European game in particular where I saw a Tide go Blink and Agshard's second item. He had a crazy read on this new shard. I was very impressed. At least my first read of it, I thought it was going to be pretty crap. But
oh, it's absurd.
I've seen lately, yeah. No, I'm aware of it. I've seen some really good games of this Aghanim shard, and it actually looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was one of the things I playtested immediately when reading the changelog, and it's nuts, man. Even stuff like Lycan ulti can't move with it, you know? I guess the shard is really, really great for locking down either high mobility hero who rely on abilities, or just people who are fast as well. So the big thing that I could see comboing with it as well is getting some form of disarm. Wouldn't be too bad, but I don't think this is really a game where you want to go back for a Halberd on Tide. It's not really great against PL. But it does play well with the Shivas for attack speed reduction, so natural combo later. Look at top. Bang, he's found X-Nova.
Well, they're actually going to try and relocate in. So X-Nova has the potential to pop around with the global stance. Won't even be required to keep him alive.
Oh, he didn't ulti a storm.
But the overgrowth might be able to get the kill, and now it's given enough time for Bob to swing on over towards the top side. Cole's going to be there at the last second. But the break, it's not enough damage to get the kill onto Bob.
Oh, he dies though.
Actually ticks out to the Witchblade, so we'll be a 2 for 2 across the map.
Yeah, that was also an Arcane Rune ulti by Puck, so he's going to have his ulti available quite soon again. But with ulti down, that means the Natsumi can just run up on this Puck, doesn't have to be too worried about getting coiled or anything. And he has the full Aghanim Scepter complete on PL. So his farm is going to ramp up, and if he wants to, he can join fights. Look at Execration though, they're just going straight to Roche. You see, bottom tier 2 is gone. You know, we have already taken all the tier 1 towers. May as well just go towards a big objective. This is pretty ambitious, and it was immediately scouted by a scan. I guess they don't want to go uncontested though. Nobody's reacting on the side of Boom. They're just saying, keep farming. Aegis, who cares?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Aegis, who cares? But there's probably going to be an Aegis onto Bob, and we've already seen him have an exceptional comeback game here, 3-0 and 4.
Yeah, and
have a Eul Scepter completed too.
Exactly, I was gonna say, the timing of the Eul Scepter coming up now means that the Orchid hasn't punished his Puck yet, and with him having both Euls and Aegis in hand now, it's gonna be very hard to do anything about him. And Bob, when he's having a good game, this man can definitely take over, so pretty excited to see what he can do here.
I think, again, this was a very difficult position for Yopaj to be in. Like, he's 5-1, but I think this game in particular with his Orchid had to be the performance like we saw out of the Earth Spirit, where he was actually just from bottom to mid to top, back to mid, back to top. He was just everywhere across the map. As bottom lane, WS, there's going to be in a lot of danger. Once again, another defensive use to the arena. Boom are nearby. They're going to be able to jump and get an instant kill onto a Bang. Even Natsumi's here as well. This could actually look like a decent fight. Bob's going to start to pile his way throughout the river. It's a pretty good backstab from the Puck with a coil landing onto 3. That's going to give enough time for them to close the disc with the Ravaged. In combination with all the stun lock, Yopaj going to get some separation, but the Eul Scepter sets up for the meteor perfectly. And now Natsume can do nothing. Dead in the water from Tino. Stops any doppelganger away. And this is just the start of the end here. That was
the reload as well. Yeah, coming back, he can't get away. So yeah, this is gonna be another pickoff coming off here as they get the Wisp as well, and the buyback on X-Nova earlier during the fight. So very, very costly, like you said.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know. That's kind of the fight where, like we said, this lineup is not going to scale. You're not going to be able to compete versus Execration. It's it's Natsumi against the world, and you lose a pivotal fight like that, a pivotal team fight where now off the back of the Aegis, you're going to get every single outer tower. Like, this is just looking doom and gloom at the moment for Boom in the second game.
Yeah, definitely. And it is a lot, you know, they fixed the errors that we talked about after game 1. The draft, now the jump though. Aegis still on Puck. I don't know if they can kill anything.
Out onto the Storm Spirit as well. Bob might have the opportunity to be able to turn, but WS jumps to the back line and assassinates the mid laner. Storm's still in a lot of danger. The heal from Baboka is not going to be enough to keep him alive as WS finds a good spear, but there is no one there to follow up. And meanwhile, Bang, he's locked the PL into place, and now they're going to be able to turn to the supports as well. Baboka, tether in 4 seconds. I'll get the first, and the follow-up damage is going to be there shortly afterwards, as they're not even done to. Look at Bob hunting deep inside Boom's base.
He's doing whatever he wants right now, and yeah, they're going to go ahead and steal this Tormentor as well, get themselves the enemy shard onto their team, so getting even more advantage, 13k and building, as they get the shard over on Puck. That's a great shard to get for free, dude. Yeah, I mean, it really comes back to me, for me, to the PL. The PL pick into Tide, he didn't do any damage at all in that fight. They went on the Tide, he just hit Anchor Smash, reducing 60% of all damage nearby. And yeah, we can see an initiation here. They tried to go on the Puck, and then damage is where? Like, PL is the one hero you're relying on in this game, and he's just not allowed to do anything. Even the overgrowth coming out from the tree, of course, keeping them in place.
Is there really a pick that would have made this game any differently? I heavily believe that. I think this Puck pick at the I don't know if it's 18th anymore, but the puck pick for Bob, again, it is his top 3 best heroes in an incredible puck game. Like, as soon as you see that from him, I feel like I don't even care what the last hero is for Boom. Like, Execration just had a big advantage in the draft.
I think there are heroes they could have picked here that would do way better than Peel for sure. You know, not sure they would automatically win, but like I said, I would be more on board with the Sven. I wouldn't mind seeing Bloodseeker. Can't remember if he was banned in this game, but that would lane pretty well, and you would actually have some way to do damage later on as well with Maelstrom Shard build. Don't just get all the damage blocked by Anchor Smash. I don't know, there's a lot of issues in the draft overall, but I think the last pick just kind of solidified it that this was definitely an advantage for Execration.
Kind of the nail in the coffin. So
yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, Execration had to execute, and they've been doing that without a doubt. I mean, this has been, we saw game 1 was super clean and crisp for Boom. It's no different now in the second game for Execration. So it just needs to be a bit of a closeout for them. They're going to double smoke as well. So they are well aware how ahead they are. They're just sweeping from bottom back to top. We're even going to see X-Nova and Yopaj on the opposite side of the map try and make a smoke play. I don't know where they're going to be going.
No, they're smoking to get across to, it's daytime, so they're smoking to get across to the other side of the jungle so Yopaj can keep farming. It's literally just that. That's the smoke gang. I mean, times are tough right now, dude. Tatsumi trying to fake. Successful.
Yeah, nicely done, but it's not with the big kind of AoE ultimates like that with the Ravage along with the coil.
It's like
2 quick and easy kills.
cute play Peel, not die. You can't really get away from all this. Too many things. Even with the lasso going on, the illusion does not matter one bit. And TB on the high ground, waiting for his creeps to come in here. I mean, they have the BKB timing. Storm just finished BKB from all this jungling. TP's base. But with Peel dead for 20, I think you got to give up a little bit of your base here on mid at least. Dangerous to zip in like that. Could get silenced or uled or anything really.
Maybe we're looking for like a spear back to the effigy, to the T4 tower if they can reach it, because Dai's ultimates are on cooldown. Execration, they're not even going to give them that maybe that like 1 or 2% chance of a better fight with those ultimates down inside their own base. So if they're going to back on off and play this one much more disciplined.
They got timings that they want to play towards. They're backing up right now because TB is working on this BKB. It's very close. The gem is coming out for the Treant Protector right now, and you know, just take advantage of all the scaling they have. Like Greaves is coming up on Tide this minute as well, so a lot of power spikes coming in for them.
Shanks is hunting. The Tide nearby again with the Ravage still on cooldown. Aggressive jump from Tino, but what has he really got to fear? They're going to be able to find the silencer before the global silence comes into play. Yopaj will still try and turn around off the back of the BKB. They want to try and get rid of the Batrider, who is the gem carrier. They'll be successful at doing so, but as soon as the coil is there, Natsumi, oh no, he's dodged his own really.
What the hell, man?
I don't know. It's a rough position. I think he dies. It might have been a bit too late anyway, but...
yeah, I'm not sure. He's got to go down, though. Whipping the Storm, run away. Run, Storm.
My friend.
Oh, no.
No. Come back here, though. Yeah, you're not getting away.
Oh, that's tough.
BKB.
WS getting some courier takedown there, so no BKB for the Terrorblade. But you also don't have a team at this point.
Oh, you mentioned a dude in the bottom lane. What's going on here? Storm vs Park?
Oh,
nice spear for WS.
Gotta go down.
They're gonna get the kills above. Yopaj. Oh, he dies as well.
The damage from Dead in Water killed him. I forgot that even does damage, the 200 damage. I was like, wait, how did he go down? I think I've never seen someone die to the Anchor before, but first time for everything.
The damage for that is just not bad, honestly.
Yeah, just a nice addition to everything else. Oh, the big question on my mind here, you know, the game is 18,000 gold lead. I think Boom are kind of drawing completely dead here. Dead in the Water is not incorrectly named here. So I want to say the big thing I'm looking forward to here is one more level on Tide, dude. I want to see if he takes the plus damage block on Kraken, because I have no idea how much he has right now, and there's no way to know until he skills it. The only way to know is if you count how many people died with your Anchor Smash on them throughout the game.
Is there ever a scenario where you like? What are some of the scenarios you could run through that you feel like that talent actually might be something you're considering?
I think you do take that in general. Anchor Smash affects buildings. It's all right. I mean, it's good for pushing, but the damage block in this game, it's just gonna make him completely unkillable. And he's been part of what, 17 kills? Assume that at least like 80% of those he got Anchor Smash on the target by the time they died. So he's probably gonna get, you know, maybe plus 40 already, or maybe even more. I'm curious, man.
Yeah.
Give this man a level. I want to see how much he's gonna get.
I asked that question even before looking at the other 20 talent. I forgot there was that one.
Oh yeah, I mean, you kind of need to be a Deso Tide or something, which we don't really see much now. The one thing is, Anchor Smash affects buildings does make it so a tower has no damage. The damage reduction on them.
Yep. This is the Aegis to end the game here. This time they'll give it over to Palos as their high Grand Sieger.
Yeah.
Was BKB. Dude, he's going to have Chrysalis as well once the car is...
Oh no, Abeng has found him. Look at him. He's setting up on the storm.
They're going to go for Yopaj instead. I'll start with the Overgrowth. Instant response out of the BKB, but that puts it on cooldown for 80 seconds. They did, dude, if they even knew that his teleport was on cooldown, they may even be able to catch him, but he'll be able to TP out finally. Now X-Nova dead in the water.
No lasso needed.
Stops him with the buzzer.
Yeah. Poor man's lasso coming in there from Tidehunter. But now with BKB on cooldown, Aegis in hand, everything is... Palos? That doesn't work, man.
My God.
I look over like, where's the carry? Aren't we going? But he's busy killing himself on the Tormentor. Don't do it, man.
You walk of shames back to base when you try the Tormentor and now you got to go back and...
That's so true, dude. That is actually... I mean, I've seen that walk of shame a lot of times.
Maybe now he's got BKB and Chrysalis, some extra items. I mean, even Abeng could potentially come over and give him a living armor or something like that.
I've been there too as Palos there, you know, you got like 44 armor on Terrorblade. You're like, surely I can take the Tormentor on my own, right? I got so much armor, but if you don't have a friend nearby, if you don't have damage reduction or armor reduction on the Tormentor, it really slaps, man. It hurts. Gonna be
Shard now.
Okay, Shard for Batrider, not the most crucial one, but it's, you know, just something extra. It hardly does anything, but he does have drums, so he can auto attack a little bit.
Well, I want to... Alright, they just sundered him. I want to sing some praises for Shanks as well, because Baboka last game got the MVP. He's having another very solid performance as Batrider 4. 7, 2, and 12. Would love to check how many stacks he made at the end of the game too, because I know he made...
Yeah,
I'd say like 8+ stacks, so it was...
Oh.
He's had a really good showing as well here in the Batrider.
Wait, it took it. How much is he getting? I can't even see it.
Oh.
Can you see how much block the Tide is getting?
Increased by 32.
Okay.
8 stacks.
Okay. So it's currently worse than it previously was, because it used to be a plus 40 on level 20. But no, I completely concur. The performance by his bat has been great, and he grabs another.
Dude, that is probably the best target to get to start the fight. The Silencer, quick and easy kill. Get rid of the global silence. Now look for the buildings. Another great opener for Shanks.
Great start, and they're gonna just back and reset here and go towards top, it looks like.
Oh, they're not backing off though. It's Boom that's trying to prevent them from getting outside the base, but Execration, shrug it off. Yopai's back in for some reactions, but no one will even pump at that.
I mean, he's zipping back and forth, but he's not really doing any damage or threatening anything. The Aegis Butterfly BKB Terrorblade doesn't even flinch to these jumps. Palos moving towards top. He doesn't have meta anymore. 13 stacks, man.
13 stacks, man. What the hell?
That is good.
That's crazy.
That's a good amount of stacks compared to his opponents who don't even have that many with their entire team.
So, look, let's see how important this is going to be, but you brought up the Hex potential for WS. We might see it now, but Puck's just able to clear the wave and get out.
Yeah, the Hex jump. He has to disable for the Puck. Ooh.
Might see him.
Oh, he's too fast with the haste, dude.
Oh, he's gonna haste! No! Oh, Bobby even tips him, dude. It's like, yeah, great Hex reveal. What do you do now? You're taking a fight into our domain where we're set up and ready to go. Where WS has got another blink in a couple of seconds. They're starting to trail Tino and Palos.
Still no meta.
And Tino is untouchable.
Dude, they could still have caught the Puck is the sad part, because Yopaj got the grab on him. So if Mars just committed, kept running forward, he could still have gotten a spear there, and that would have been killed most likely on the Puck. But they disengaged, and yeah, just unfortunate Hex reveal. Now with 25,000 gold lead, with meta coming up back off cooldown soon, they're just waiting a little bit before cracking this high ground. They're gonna take their time to take the enemy Tormentor again. Execration just, you know, taking this one slow and steady as they're one game away from being eliminated from the chance at playing a TI. You can understand that they want to do this one clean and smooth.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
TB is pushing. Has no mana now, but he does have the Aegis soon.
Sunken Illusion, so back to full. Peel Illusions are doing a decent chunk of damage, but it's just one barrack standing between Megas. Are they gonna go?
10 seconds on the Aegis. They want to stay on him, try and prevent the region.
Oh, nice coil. Really good coil, Bob. There we go. They're gonna be able to get out of the base. Short punch, but the timing is a... Did it?
Wow!
All right. Can they get more, though? Over to the tree protected. Tino's stuck inside the arena walls as well. And, well, now he might be killable with...
It's a disaster, man.
And all the booms surrounding him.
He's
Somehow
pretty tanky.
time the Aegis perfectly, and they'll still be able to get the odds kill onto Tino. Like you said, he's pretty tanky. They'll chase him down in the end, dude. That took so long. But this is it.
Yeah, they got Megas.
Down, like, buy Deso, buy something. You're not probably going to get another opportunity like that.
No, they buy the heart on PL, so he's going to have some sort of ability as well. TB is coming back soon. As much as I want them to just run it down mid, they only took one tower this far in the game, so there's glyph available for Dire, and then they have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 glyphs to go through, basically. It's going to be a lot. So they're just going to try and farm and stabilize the map a little bit, get the time to work on items, freeze up a little bit. That was a fantastic hold, though. That was really, really clutch.
Oh, man. Alright, he's like, oh, nice reaction out of the Orchid on Yopaj. Gotta be cautious because the coil is back up. Poor X-Nova. Shoots down, quick and easy kill for Palos. They will not be able to get the Storm Spirit though.
Yopaj with the quick, I don't know him, and TP out.
Yeah, it's not a support I'm looking to try and die for.
No, not really. He has to stay alive on this storm here. He has the buyback available as well, so they can work pretty hard to defend their base. Their base is the small, you know, slim fit version base. Not any accessory barracks or anything like that needed. It's easier to defend when it's this slim.
That is true. That is true. I mean,
and farm is coming your way automatically. See, you gotta huff the copium now for Natsumi here in the squad.
Right. Okay.
Only upsides, really.
For boom. Ooh. Nice banter. Long zip in Yopaj. Oh, man, Bob. A bit slow on the fingers there. Might actually give them an opportunity to try and jump Shanks. Forces a BKB with the reigning mana. Yopaj just able to get that zip away as well before the tide threatens with the Ravage or dead in the water.
Yeah, Puck having the Octarine core as well, by the way, can be very aggressive with how he uses the coils to slam them down. Doesn't have level 25 talent or anything yet, though, as we're still quite a way away from that. But if he gets to the point of having the coil talent, I think Storm just doesn't have a game anymore. You get locked down. The only thing that can save you is the Wisp at that point.
I think there's a very cool item decision from X-Nova going down the Vlads. I like... It's a cost-effective item that where PL really likes long drawn-out fights, and you know you might just be trying to buy a quick item for your last fight. So going Vlad's, I feel like, you know, it maybe increases by like 1% chance, and sometimes that is all you need when you are this far behind.
I think it's a cool decision in this game. I don't think that there's another item that would be bigger impact for him necessarily. Like, he could go, what, 4-staff? What are you going to do with the 4-staff? Someone get lassoed, you can't 4-staff them anyway. You're stuck in coil, you can try and 4-staff that, I guess, but in general, it doesn't look that appealing. And even if you want to go for something like an Aeon Disc here, he probably just dies anyway.
WS is very close to completing a refresher. I'm quite surprised at honestly how much farm he's actually been able to pick up. The fact that he's Pretty much the same net worth as the Tidehunter.
That
is kind of crazy.
Yeah, he's done a good job, and those are the exact 4 items that I said that I want to see from him on Mars in this game. It's too bad that he doesn't have much of a base remaining once he's gonna get there. But yeah, the double hex, double ulti. You can even do some cool stuff with the arena plays. You can you know, do some tricky stuff where you put 2 arenas at the same time, DPSing a guy to burst them. So TB could die really fast. We'll see how experienced he is with it. It does take a lot of practice, and he's only silver tier. If I'm going by tier here, you know, I'm not sure if he has nerded that combo as much as some people have.
Oh, Roche is back up though. It's going to be the 3rd Roche of the game, so Refresher Shard will be given over as well to Execration.
Yeah, gonna be giving them a little bit of extra control. Is it gonna be Refresher on Tide here? Looks like the best one, yeah. Refresher for Tide, Cheese number 2 on Puck. Oh, they're stacking the Cheese? That's illegal. I guess he has cooldown reduction though. He has the Octarine and Spell Prism, so the cooldown on Cheese normally 40, down to 26.4. Not too long, I guess.
Of course, lastly, Aegis on the Palos as well once again, so what happened last time, but of course that fight for Boom was when the Aegis was expiring. This time you now have just under 5 minutes to be able to make something work on Execration. 1 fight is all they need. What's the buyback status at the moment here for Boom? No buyback on Silencer nor the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, pretty painful not having the Storm buyback. The rest, though, outside of the Silencer are also very close, so he might get it in the fight. But Storm is really the most important one to have the buyback on. He did finish up the Bloodthorn, so chose to itemize a little bit more.
All right, Natsumi, your time to shine. See what you can really do with this PL.
Yeah, he's burning the mana of the TB.
Oh, Yopaj, an aggressive jump. It's a pretty good spear as well into the Puck. They're going to have the damage to blow him up, though, Bob. Activates the cheese, and now the initiation has been shrugged off, and that opens an opportunity for Tino to jump in with a Ravage. Secondary Ravage soon to fly out as well, as they've caught the Phantom Lancer leashed together with the damage from Palace. That'll secure the kill. No buyback for Natsumi to work with, and now they've got the Yours on Yopaj. Finally, the G's are going to be dropped as this has been a very interesting series. Boom in game 1 was super clean and methodical. Execration showcased, well, they can have the same result.